So can we see the uptrend for this counter called Alibaba? Alright, I'm sure all of you have heard of this company before, one of the largest e-commerce company in China, alright, and they're doing business in terms of sales revenues hitting billions of dollars every single year. And not only that, they're going to cloud computing, data analytics and all that, and pretty much one of the strongest firm in e-commerce space, alright, besides Amazon. Okay, so Alibaba has been showing signs of a consolidation and very, very strong uptrend, I would say, since the beginning of the year, and we started to see a bit of bullish actions coming back for Alibaba. So I want to cover this stock called Alibaba that's listed on the New York Stock Exchange, right? The code is BABA BABA.NY. Alright, so this Alibaba right over here, let's zoom in to see where can we potentially head to in terms of the upside targets, how's the trend looking like. Let's take a look at it right now, and today is the 13th of October 2020. So this is Alibaba right up here as of the 12th of October 2020. It was trading just last night on the New York Stock Exchange, right? And it kind of closed at about $306, right? So before I dive into the short term, let's take a look at the longer term trend, over the past few months, right? You can see that since June, right, we have been capped below this level. Let me just draw this horizontal line right up here. There was a bit of resistance right over here at about 230, right? So we were pretty much consolidating since the beginning of the year all the way to June, right, below that $230 mark, and that was where we kind of broke that 230 mark, started to push up to about 270, consolidated, and that's where we started to consolidate again. All right, so over the long term, you can see that this stock has been pretty much in a longer term uptrend. This red line has been sloping upwards, gently going sideways, and then now pushing upwards as well. So this is the 100 days moving average. In terms of the blue line, the 200 days moving average is kind of like sloping upwards as well. All right, and we can also draw what we call an upward sloping channel support line. Let me just draw this upward sloping line right over here. You can see that since June, we have been holding quite well above this channel support line right over here. All right, so pretty much in the uptrend, I would say, in terms of the long term, the mid term, it looks really awesome, and I think that this uptrend can still continue, all right, the mid to long term, from what I'm seeing right now from the moving averages, right? So for the short term, you can see that since August, right, we kind of broke above that 270, all right, and that's where it started to consolidate from 270 to 300. So you can see that this stock kind of consolidates, pretty much in the $30-$40 range, right? So I mentioned we were pretty much trading from 230 to 270, so it's about $40 up and down, all right, this range for probably about 2.5 months. And when we broke that 270, it's now 270 to 300, so it's about $30 again, right? 270 to $300 since August. We've been moving up and down, found a bit of support at 270, resistance turned to support right over here, all right, kind of rebounded from 270. And what happens was, over the past few days, right, just last night, we kind of broke above that $300 psychological level. All right, and that's a good thing to know, because we kind of broke this $300 level and closed above, all right, closed above this level at 306. So this could be a good signal that in terms of the uptrend, we might start to see the new phase happening again, probably towards that 330 to 340, right? So let me just draw some upside targets right over here, probably a bit of upside targets to about 340, 330 probably, all right, and potentially we might hit above these towards this target level, right, to 330, 340, probably about 10% upside, I would say. Why? Because as I mentioned, the range, for Alibaba has been pretty much $30 to $40 over the past few months. Each time it breaks above, it starts to consolidate sideways again. So you might start to see a bit more actions pushing up to 30, 330, 340, and that's where some profit taking can come back again. It might retrace a bit before finding a good support at $300, right? So $300 level, would be a good psychological support for now for Alibaba. All right, so let's take a look at the MACD indicator as well and see what it shows. Okay, so MACD right over here, this is the moving average convergence, divergence, right? We can see that pretty much at the MACD is above 0 mark, and it's kind of pointing upwards, the MACD line, all right? And look at this, the reference line, this red line is pointing upwards as well. So yes, I would say in terms of the strength, in terms of momentum indicator, is looking quite positive, especially if we do stay above that $300 psychological support. So let's take a look at Alibaba, all right, on the system that I have to see if there are any, signals, bullish entry and exit signals. Okay, so this is Alibaba right up here, all right, code BABA. Okay, and yeah, in fact, we actually had a bullish 1GT. 1GT stands for one good trend, all right. So it's one of the strategies that I have to kind of, pull out stocks that kind of meet this criteria of a good trend, all right, and some bullish and entry and exit signal. So we actually had a 1GT bullish entry signal in June, all right, started to push up, we got an exit, another bullish entry signal, started to push up, another exit. So it's pretty much in a good uptrend, I would say. Look at this, the red line and the blue line, same thing like what I mentioned just now, right, the 100 days moving average and the 200 days moving average, pretty much in a longer term uptrend, all right. And then we got another bullish entry signal somewhere in August, consolidated a while, and that's why it started to push up, and got an exit. So what happens was just the most recent signal somewhere end of September, in fact 30th of September, just about 2 weeks back, we got a 1GT bullish entry signal, all right. So yeah, it seems like we kind of like pushed up a bit, all right, and we kind of broke that $300 as I mentioned, and up to now, all right, there still isn't an exit, all right, for these 1GT bullish entry signal. So yeah, it might probably head up if it does hold above that $300 level. The uptrend still looks good. It might push up to 320, 330, all right, and as per the upside targets we've drawn, all right, and potentially we might see an exit signal, and yeah, you can also take some profit when this exit signal comes out. So this system kind of like guides us on when to get it. Of course, it filters out stock for us like this that pops out on our watch list, and of course guide us on when to get in and when to get out. So I hope you have taken note of the levels for Alibaba. I hope that you like this video as well. If you're not subscribed, be sure to smash the subscribe button, alright, so that you will be alerted if any new videos like this comes out, the US market, the Singapore market, and even the Hong Kong market. Right? So thank you so much for watching. Joey here.